recognized worldwide as a day that the world set aside to celebrate women and appreciate their wins in the society. It is also a day that the world also set aside to push for rights that protect women and girls all over the world. Welcome to Hip City Podcast. My name is Tochi Onibi, and I am the Communications Associate for Hip City Innovation Center. And today I have with me the delectable Precious Imodi, gender advocate. Precious, say hi to the audience.
Hi everyone.
I have a very beautiful woman here. Comfort Jimmy. Say hi to the audience.
Hi everyone.
Okay, so today we'll be having conversations around the theme of today's IWD, which is also International Women's Day. The theme around this is Accelerate Progress. Invest in women, accelerate progress. So on this note, we will be having some interactions and questions around this theme. And I think that I would like to start from my right. I would like to start from Comfort. And the first question should be, how can investing in women-led initiative accelerate progress for women, and what is the far-reaching impact on the society when women-led initiatives and NGOs invest in women? And that's to also see your organization is also focused on women, so you can also give us an idea of how the investing in women-led initiatives like your organization can impact women positively.
Yeah, so like for my organization, I focus on addressing health challenges, focusing like with job creation and all of that.
For women.
Yeah.
Okay, so Precious, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, I feel investing in women means ensuring that half the global population is not left out of anything.
Yeah.
That's most especially the women.
Yeah.
And so investing in them, like she said, is paramount. Very, very, because like IMF said, investing in women is smart economics. So it's worth the while. That is all I can say on this.
They say when you train a woman, or when you support a woman, or when you build a woman, you build a society, you build a nation. So whatever you do for a woman, you know that she will definitely cascade it down and then spread it across. But I think I get that. So I think investing in women initiative goes a long way to improving the society at large. So the number 2 question will be, in what ways can we ensure that investment, this is very important, investment in women, because a lot of people do a lot of, they have a very wonderful initiative and then they saturate it only in the urban centers. So they don't bring it down to, because most of the time people in rural areas need this information, need this training, need these projects and activities more. I'm not saying that those in the urban do not need it, but it is very, very pivotal when these things goes down to the rural community. So how can we ensure that investments in women are inclusive and that they reach marginalized communities?
So first of all is providing funding. That's very important. You should invest in NGOs that reach out to them, and then mentorship. Give out mentorship if you can. We also give out programs that tailor their needs, their skills, like I talked about before. So we give out programs that do. We also collaborate with local government, community leaders, like I mentioned, to get them to have inclusive conversation. Like they can tell them their needs. They should be heard. Most especially, the women should be heard in the society. If a lady has a skill, if she wants to go to school, she should be able to go to school. So investing in us to invest in them is very important.
Okay, so in this case, you're saying that a way to ensure that investment in women is inclusive. Investments in women are inclusive, and which is by supporting NGOs that do work around women organizations.
Yes, because we get to reach out to them. They feel more comfortable talking to NGOs So
Okay.
investing in it helps. We collaborate with government, like I say, we can collaborate with the government to reach out to them.
Good. I like the fact that especially your musician work around work or is in partnership with local governments or local governments council area. It's very important because this is these are major stakeholders that can help you reach these women. Which do you have anything to say around?
Yeah, to contribute to what she said, women in the marginalized communities are those at the grassroots.
Yeah.
So aiding them, you can say maybe we cannot reach them directly through their local government chairman and such. Contributing to what she said, we can go through their traditional rulers, their chiefs. Those are the leaders, very, very close to them. If the traditional rulers and traditional chiefs can understand the benefits and the importance of including women
In
yes,
conversation,
exactly.
decision making.
Yes, I think that's like a very direct
Losing the
yes
gap.
to the women in the rural areas. It will like help them because a chief talking to their people and the women leader in the community, so they understand more better.
Yeah.
They reach out more to them because they are on the same level. So if we can go through the traditional rulers, chiefs to talk to these women, include them, I think yes.
Yes, very, very important. And also, I think I also have to appreciate some community-based organizations too.
Yes.
They are actually doing well. They are doing well because these are the organizations that go into the rural communities. They are more like the frontline responders in cases of this nature. So I think they are doing a good job, and just like she mentioned, it's very good to support them with funding to ensure that what they do gets to the right people. That's very important. Okay, I think we are running. I think we are running. So our three questions. The third question we have here is very important. There's nothing we can do without mentioning the government.
Yes.
There's nothing we can do without mentioning policy makers, especially where women are concerned. So how can government or government at every level and policymakers prioritize gender inclusive policies? Very important. Gender inclusive policies to support women. How can they prioritize it? In other words, how can we advise the government on how to prioritize gender inclusive policies to support women?
So in the Senate and House of Representatives, they have committees, standing committees to address issues. And one of the standing committee, I think there's a standing committee for gender, yes, for gender and women. So the lawmakers in that community, I think they should focus more on developing laws or bringing it or signing bills focused on women and protecting women's rights and investing in women, including them financially in budgets, yes, because that's very important. There should be a budget for gender advocacy, just like what she said.
And not always saying
Yes.
it, we don't see it in practical.
Is there any budget to support NGOs to reach the rural communities? Not just NGOs, they themselves, do they have any direct reach to these people? Do they have any committee?
Obviously, because they are the representatives.
Yes, going directly to these people. Do they engage all these women at the rural communities? Do they have budgets set up? Do they have committee set up to make sure that yes, this budget that is in place, they are using it well to make sure that women at the rural areas are included in so many things that even the urban women enjoy. Yes, so that from my end, I feel including the budget, inclusive budgets, gender advocacy, yes, government can do that. Yes, and like I said earlier, reaching out to people or those traditional rulers or those leaders at the grassroots, yes, government can reach out to them, encourage them, train them. They must not go through the NGO necessarily if they would just want to do it directly themselves. But going through the NGO is a more direct approach because sometimes they might not agree to listen to government. Yes. So like she said, going through NGOs is like a more humane approach to the entire gender inclusiveness. Yes.
Okay.
So that's
You have anything to
yeah,
add to what she said?
You know, the government can actually invest in many other ways, like I keep saying. So they can provide affordable childcare to reach out to them, and then they can implement policies that says, if for sure they want to see where their money is going, policies that say education, like you have to go to school, and then you provide them with vocational work training.
Government has, we have this, yes, go to school, but the issue is, do they really implement these things?
Yeah,
most times the money, corruption.
Exactly. So equal pay.
Somewhere or in one way or another, the money will be diverted.
Get down. Yeah, so this is so sorry for interrupting.
It's alright. So like I want to add also vocational training. You can invest on that part very well. Like people on the rural side
Very important.
like to use their hands. So that is very good for the community. Like when we are able to make things, products that we use from our country ourselves. Do you understand?
Okay.
We make baskets.
Okay.
So
More like women empowerment.
true. So
Okay.
they can invest in that kind of thing, and it's going to be great.
Thank you very much. This is key. She mentioned gender inclusive budget. That's a very important input because we keep hearing this. It's more like a I don't know the kind of there's a if I call it blanket approach. I don't know if I'm wrong. Government uses. They just say it. We don't see it in implementation. You know, Nigeria has wonderful laws that protect women and girls. We have the VAP law, we have a lot of other international legal instruments that Nigeria signed into. But when it comes to being practical about these laws, that's where the problem is. They do not implement them. So when you implement these laws, you go a long way to protecting women, you go a long way in investing in women. Another very important input I want to also make, while you mentioned empowerment, very important. She mentioned gender inclusive project, very important. Another thing again, because if there is a gender inclusive project, you find out that we can build an empowerment center for women, real empowerment center that we can follow through, and it's not only build it and leave it and abandon it as an abandoned project. We can have that. We can have them include shelter homes for women who were abused. It's also a way of investing in women. You build shelter homes, you build SAC centers. SAC centers is a sexual assault referral center. If someone is being abused, raped, or domestic violence, they go to these centers and they get support because there's a psychologist there to talk to them, there's a medical doctor to, these things require funding. And when we don't see government active in what they say, in what they are supposed to do, because of course the primary focus of the government is to protect lives and property, right? And then protecting lives and property also goes down to protecting women too. So if they are not, getting this in place, I don't think they are doing, they are doing well in what they are supposed to do. So if the government can take this, if they can, these recommendations we've offered so far, if they can put it in practice and add it, implement it and ensure that, it is in place, then definitely I think it will go a long way to supporting this year's team, which is also investing in women. Okay, we are going. Our last question is, how can we create safe and supportive spaces for women to voice their ideas, experiences, and concerns? How can we create safe and supportive spaces? We hear the theme, women supporting women. We hear that a lot. So how can we ensure that we create spaces that protect women, makes them feel free to talk about their concerns? There are some issues that women can be very, guarded, about. So how can we create that safe space for them?
That's where mentorship program come in. So you create mentorship
Who's
program.
going to create the mentorship program now?
You see, all goes down to the NGOs.
Okay.
But
Organization.
there are ways that you get them to see their mentors and they are open to talk to them.
Okay.
Do you understand? People are very comfortable when they know that they can trust you, when they know that they can live your life, make a mistake and still find themselves. So that's it.
Okay, mentorship. She mentioned mentorship program. Yes, I think that's a good platform, because that's also another platform that makes them feel free to talk about that.
And like you mentioned earlier, there was something you said about groups,
She mentioned it too.
establishing maybe like, let's say an office in every, or a go-to place where if anything happens to you, there's this comfort that, okay, if you go to this place, you'll be able to find assistance, most especially in the areas of rape, domestic violence, because most of the time what is disturbing us now currently is there's no comfort zone for women that are abused. Most of the times, if they are abused or if anything happens to them, there's no place they can go to talk to people about it. Do you get?
Yes.
There's no place they can go to easily to
Defined.
talk to.
It's not like
Yes.
there's not, but there's no defined place where they can go
Yes,
to.
they don't feel safe going to this place. They feel if I go there, they will surely take me back to where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
And that is not what I want. I'm coming to you. I don't want to have to go back to where I was abused. Maybe you want to investigate or something. Why are you taking me back there? It's not it's not helping. That's why most times they don't have that mindset that let me come here to get help. They'll just be like, if I go there, they'll surely take me back. So what's the use of going? So they are being suppressed. Yes, they are being suppressed.
You see, okay.
And most of the time, the topic around this year's International Women's Day is invest in women to accelerate progress and accelerate progress. Most times, women that are abused sexually or in other ways,
physically.
yes, physically, at the end of the day, you just see that you hear nothing about the story.
Again.
You hear nothing about the girls again. They don't even go to school again because what they have in their mind is there a point? So investing in these women, just like we have all said, mentoring them, giving them that comfort that they can still go to school. They can make something out of their lives. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end at that point whereby they are down or upset with life.
Yes, I get that.
So
I get that.
investing in these women through mentorship, financial inclusion, empowerment can really accelerate progress because it all boils down to economics.
No, beautiful, beautiful. I think I like that because at the end of the day, you still find out that the government has a huge role to play in this, because you mentioned where if you create that shelter home or that SAC center, it's also a place where they can come and they get the necessary counseling they need, which is very important. That's a very important input to add there. So is there any other one we have to add? To how we can create safe spaces for women?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, still women voicing their voice out, being heard at the end of the day. So, like I also said, to make them feel at home, to make them be able to open up to like an organization, we do programs, events, all this kind of thing. But we give them room for open discussions, to share their ideas and whatever they want to create, So these are ways we can implement all this.
Okay.
Safe space.
Okay, I get that. So the measure of the work is, I think, just like your organization is doing, a lot of organizations are doing a lot to ensure
And
that
everybody has a role to play.
Thank you very much. Very
Both male,
important.
both
Very
female,
important.
you have a role to play. As a lady, you don't see another woman suffering and then you sit back and let me not put my mouth to, before now I'll carry beast on my head.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of, that's what is doing us.
Mm-hmm.
That mentality.
Yes, let me not go and put my head in what does not concern me. And then you allow your fellow woman to be molested, to be abused, to be talked to anyhow.
Down on.
Yes.
So even if that woman feels, if she doesn't even want to open to you, it means that she's maybe not at that place to want to talk about what that thing is. But that doesn't mean that with time and with the approach you go, she can't open up to you.
Yes.
You know, so creating that safe space, just like she said, also it borders on everybody. It means everybody, all hands on deck to ensure that women are safe, women are protected, women and girls. Very important, because it looks as if you're only mentioning women and women. It's women and girls, to ensure that women and girls are protected, are safe, and their rights are also not violated. Thank you very much. I think we have come to the end of our podcast. It was wonderful speaking to you, beautiful ladies. Let's have a word of advice to women out there today. Precious, what do you have to say to women?
Okay, dear beautiful ladies, remember, you are smart, you are beautiful, invest in yourself, empower yourself.
She's giving advice to other women. That's
Yes.
what mine. But mine will be for everyone. Let's support women and uplift them. I grew up in the north where they say girls don't go to school, so let's support them if they want to go to school, if they want to do business, if they want to be in politics. Let's be able to support every woman out there.
Amazing, amazing. Invest in women, support women, protect women, empower women,
Yeah.
uplift women, everything goes. So thank you very much. Next time on this space, we see you next time on this space. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Say bye, say bye, say bye, 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 bye.
When you just don't know how you feel, and you know nobody knows how you feel. Cause everybody's got their own damn problem, so everybody's trying to find